I got 2 of these poster collections of Prismatic Evolutions at MSRP. I got lucky. And so I wanted to open these up. If you're new here, I explained this last time, but this is a channel where I open up stuff, and while I'm doing that, I teach you some things because I am a teacher. So I'm going to just open these up. I'm not going to open up the poster. I'm not going to do all that because by the time that you found my channel, you've already seen everybody else's videos, and I'm not going to bore either of us with, this is the poster, okay? And these are the promos, stuff like that. So I'm just going to take this apart, and for funsies, I'll put the booster packs in 2 different stacks so we can tell that they're from 2 different boxes, and we can see if that affects anything. We have the 3 promos and the card. Okay, so I'll put those off to the side, and we got these 3. Okay, so it only comes with 3 packs and a massive poster. Again, I'm sure you've seen other people, but it is really big. Okay, so here's the first one. So I want to make this a short one because it's only 6 packs. However, what I want to talk about is like my favorite amendment of the Constitution of the United States of America. And I mean, everybody loves the first 10, you know, Bill of Rights, you can't go wrong. Really fun, like literally fundamental. So I love those, you know, but if we're talking about the ones outside of the first 10, sorry, that was my cat. Then my favorite, I mean, there's so many hits, right? There's so many good ones. But I would say that my favorite is probably the 14th Amendment. And again, real nerd moment. Again, history teacher, right? I've taught Gov, you know, love the law, all that kind of stuff. But the 14th Amendment, again, real banger. And really, really, really important. And as a history teacher, I also like it because it's really helpful to have that historical context to understand why they did that one in particular and why it was made when it was made. So the 14th Amendment, there's a few different clauses in it. But the main gist of it is it says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state where they reside. Okay, so the first part about that is that, okay, so we have these 3 over here, 3 over here. So the first part about that was, historically speaking, so the 14th, 15th, 13th, 14th, 15th. I want to say 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments were the ones with the Civil War. And the 14th Amendment definitely came with the Civil War. And so that first part about who is an American citizen was because you have these people who were enslaved and they were not considered to be American citizens, even though they had been here for generations. And they were stolen and brought here against their will. But although they had been here for generations, the dum-dums from the South did not want them to be considered citizens. So they said that they were not citizens. So that was part of the reason why they had that in the 14th Amendment, was to what is it called? There's a word that I'm blanking on. That means codify. There we go. To codify this idea so that the racists in the South, okay, got our master ball. This is our first quote unquote hit. Okay, so nothing good there, but we did get 1 master ball. Okay, last pack here. So yeah, that was very, very important. Then the next part says, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Nor shall, here's the important part, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. So there's a lot here. So each of these parts is called a clause. So the 14th Amendment has a few clauses. The most famous of which I would say is the due process clause, but then the second one is the equal protection clause. So again, if we take into consideration the historical scenario or, you know, situation that we were in at this time. 2 reverses. Okay, we got a full art and not a hollow. Okay, so that's not bad. I mean, out of 3 packs, we get a full art, which I haven't even seen. But, so are there 2 Atticus full arts? I'm pretty sure there was one where the guy was, or the person's like masked and stuff. I thought that one was Atticus as well. I don't know. Okay, cool. I'll accept that. Thank you. Okay, let's do the other pack and let's see, or the other set and see what happens. Okay, so again, it says, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. Due process. This is kind of hard to understand at first, but then it makes perfect sense. Think about it. Can the government take away your life? Can the government take away your liberty? And can the government take away your property? The answer to this is yeah, for sure. They can definitely do that with specific caveats, right? They can, depending on what state you are, there is the death penalty. So again, the government can take away your life. It's kind of rare, but it's still a thing. It's still something that is allowed to happen. Okay, so we get a master ball, or sorry, not a master ball, a Pokeball here, a reverse hollow and an Umbreon, and a regular energy. Okay, so yeah, the government can take away those things, but with the due process of law, which means that you have to go to court. They have to prove that that yes, this person does deserve the death penalty, or that yes, this person should be deprived of their property, or yes, they should be deprived of their liberty. And again, you can end up in jail, right? That's taking away your liberty, right? So these things are allowed to happen, but the government must prove their case. They cannot just do that and say, we don't like you, or you said the wrong thing, or whatever, and then you're gone. That is not how that goes. 2 reverses and a Jolteon. I think that's the first Jolteon I've had. Okay, we're on the last one. Okay, and then we have the last one, equal protection. Nor denied to any person within its jurisdiction of the United States the equal protection of the laws, meaning that it doesn't matter what your religion, your race, whatever it is. If you are an American citizen, you are entitled to these rights and these protections regardless of those other things. And again, in particular, at this point in time of writing this amendment, we're talking about Black people and making sure that the laws apply to white and Black people, not just Black people or not just white people. Wow, so that one was kind of it was okay, but this one had a full art, so that was pretty solid. And I've gotten that one a lot before. Okay, so that was a little rundown of the 14th Amendment, Section 1. And again, this really, really, really fundamental. And again, this came about because of the Civil War. So very interesting. The Constitution itself is not that long. I would highly recommend reading it. It doesn't take that long, and you will understand a lot more. And then there's a lot of resources online to help you kind of understand it a bit better. All right, so that was 2 boxes of the poster collection. Again, this really is a large poster. It's massive. Not too bad. I feel like the text sticker collection I got luckier on, but that's pretty solid. Anything that you can get at MSRP is fine. I would not pay anything above MSRP. That's stupid. It's not a good use of time or money. So yeah, that's it. And I also realized that my comments were off because I said when I was uploading the videos that it was made for kids, and I thought that meant that there was no cussing or anything. And I guess that means that you can't have comments on the videos. So I went back to all my videos and I undid that. So that being said, now the comments are open. Please let me know in the comments what you'd like me to talk about. Anything social studies, anything current events, anything like that. Anything that you would like to learn about, I would like to teach you. So let's see what happens next.